T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Episode 400, ladies and gentlemen. What is good? Holy shit. That's that 400. Welcome to Trap Talk Reptile Podcast. Coolest reptile podcast in the world. Like I said, I'll have to say it twice because it's episode 400. But what is good? I'm your boy MJ. Hope everyone's ready for a great, powerful, inspiring night. It's 400. I know there's going to be a moment of 800, but for some reason, 400 sounds really exciting to me. So I'm going to bring some fucking heat tonight for all you guys. So before we get into things, if this is your first time hanging out with all of us, what is good? Shout out to all the early birds. It's cracking already in there. But listen, if this is your first time hanging out, do me a favor, man. If you see somebody you like on this thumbnail and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be great, hit that like button, okay? Why don't we hit that like button? Hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell. Select all. You'll be on top of every single podcast I drop here on YouTube. Thank you to anyone who listens to me on the major audio platforms, Buzzsprouts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to those platforms. Some people prefer the audio, and I get a lot of feedback on the audio, so thank you so much. Wherever you listen to Trap Talk, thank you so much. It means a lot, man. Thank you also from the bottom of my heart, all the guests that have been on the show. This show would not be what it is without the guests, first and foremost. So thank you to all the previous guests. But you know what? I was like 400. What do I do? Do I strategically maneuver this 400 where I bring on like the OGs of the OGs? Typical thing to do, right? But nah, hell no. What I'm going to bring on are some of the OG new breed on the block guests that I've had on the show. Even some current ones within the last year. Either way, some of my most inspiring, in my opinion, okay? Some of the most inspiring new breed on the block episode guests are all going to hang out. The all-star lineup, okay? 2023 all-star lineup. Maybe next year will be different, obviously, but this is the year that matters right now. So we're going to tap into all my homies. Before we get into things, I want to say shout out to tonight's sponsor. All right. First and foremost, thank you to all my sponsors. A lot of my sponsors, I want to say like literally 80% of my sponsors have been with me since day one, since the start of this. And I am so grateful for all my sponsors. Literally will not be fucking nothing without my sponsors. Thank you so much. First and foremost, sim container. If you got eggs, put them in a sim box. Guess what? I got a tree monitor egg on day 100. Who fucking gives a shit? I don't even know. I'm done counting at this point. But either way, it's in a sim container. It's alive. It's doing great. And I'll let you guys know what happens. But either way, less steps, less stress. If it's a sim, it's a win. Thank you so much, John and Alex, for supporting the trap. It means a lot. Shout out to Freedom Breeder, #1 stainless steel rack company in the game. Pat yourself on the back if you got a Freedom Breeder rack, man. This is it. It's like that level of keeping reptiles is at that pro level when it comes to Freedom Breeder. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you, the entire Freedom Breeder crew. Appreciate so much. Appreciate Focus Cube Habitats. That's right. What you see displayed behind me, my background, which isn't fake. This isn't like a fucking 3D or a dilute. Like no, this is really what's behind me, and it's all Focus Cube Habitats, PVC built enclosures, Flex in Texas, all day, every day. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Steven. Two sweet people right there, man. I really love what they have going on, but really I just love them for who they are. I've got to hang out with them more than a couple of times, about a handful of times I got to be, actually hang out with them. And I just, really good people, man. So thank you so much, Steven. Ashley, go to Instagram, follow Focus Cube Habitats. Go to the website too. Miguel Garcia, always evolving pythons. Fuck, you want to talk about inspiring? Holy shit. My dog, big dog, finally back home. Spending some time with some family, but this guy is doing big things. I don't even really know what he's doing. He has a different hustle going on right now, and I can't wait to get a hold of him and really ask him questions. But very inspiring, man. Always evolving. He literally lives by that name, and I don't think anyone else fits that name better than Miguel Garcia. So Appreciate you, big dog. And I appreciate the entire AEP family. Those were my very first people who believed in me. And man, I'll never forget. Never forget the people who believed in you. That's a fact. TJ, TOFAUTI Royals of Africa. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Head over to Instagram. Follow the Mandarin King. Nobody has Mandarin heat like this guy. And that's a fact. Appreciate you, TJ. MERSHON MORPHS, my boy Shelby. Also, force to be reckoned with in the ball python game. Head over to Instagram. Give my man a follow. MERSHON MORPHS. Head over to his website too, mershonmorphs.net. Shelby, I appreciate you, big dog. Looking forward to see what you have going on in 2024. And I don't need to do much of an introduction for this guy right here. This is my dog, my right-hand man. But you want to talk about people who believe in me the most. This guy right here, Mark Bailey. And I couldn't be more flattered, but more importantly, more blessed to have support from somebody like Mark Bailey, someone who's been in the game as long as he has, longer than I've been alive. I'm 38 years old. So that's crazy. Okay. Just saying. And this guy right here, more than a mentor than me, man. This guy's like family. So either way, Mark Bailey Reptiles, just saying, one of my favorite, if not my favorite breeder in the ball python game. But go see what he's all about, man. This fool is literally, I'm not just barking him up for no reason. Go over to Morph Market. Check him out. Mark Bailey Reptiles on Morph Market. And be ready because you will definitely see more Mark Bailey jump on Trap Talk any chance I get. And that's really when he's in town. And he comes in town a handful of times a year. So appreciate you, Mark. It's my dog. Ship Your Reptiles. #1 shipping company in the game. The pros use Ship Your Reptiles. That's right. OG, triple OG. Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you so much, Susie. Susie's my girl. Appreciate you so much for all the support. But next time you happen to ship your reptiles with Ship Your Reptiles, shave that $15 off that from the trap. Use promo code TRAPTALK on your next shipment. All right. And if it comes to organization, download and go subscribe to Clutch. All right. Especially if you're just coming into this, man. If you don't have that many animals, this is the best way to start off because it also gets you excited. It gets you your eyes on the prize, basically, when you have everything in front of you. Color-coded, all that great stuff, but cannot wait to see what the future holds with Clutch and the entire team of Clutch. Thank you so much, Sebastian, Justin, Summer, the entire Clutch team. Be ready, man. And also can't say how excited I am to see what the future holds with RGI, Rare Genetic Inc. Thank you so much, Ben, for recently coming on the show the week of Tinley and killing it with Justin. Make sure you watch that episode because he did a lot of updates and he updated quite a bit on what is happening, and there's still much more to come. And best believe, obviously, Ben will be somebody who's going to be jumping on the show quite often. It's because I want updates. I want to know what's going on, especially for all my chondro people out there. You feel me? Especially people who are killing it in the game on a whole another level of species of snakes. My man Elijah and his wife Tiffany from Juggernaut Reptiles. If you want to know what I'm talking about, first and foremost, check out the episode I just did with Elijah and Dave and see what he is doing world's first wise in the short tail game. Crazy, man. Nuts. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate you. Juggernaut Reptiles, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say shout out to my one and only gecko sponsor of the Trap Talk channel. And that's my man, Doug from Ridiculous RHACS, #1 giant lychee breeder in the game. So many different levels of giant lychees this guy's producing. It's like you could take your pick, man. And honestly, Doug is an OG in the game. He's been killing it at Tinley's. And go check out his work. Ridiculous RHACS on IG. Appreciate you, Doug. And last but not least, well, actually, no, second last but not least, guys, if you are looking to get into the quail game, meaning if you're looking to diverse the diet for your reptiles, if you have a species that you know could do really well off a diet like quail and just throw it in there other than just feeding it a rat every fucking week or whatever you do. No, listen, I'm telling you right now, firsthand, I am implementing quail to almost all my reptiles now, and it's great. And all my quails come from Blake Exotic Animal Feeders. All right, head over to Instagram. He is taking on customers now. He's wide open. He's ready to go. Head over right now. Blake Exotic Animal Feeders. Go check out the quality of quails. Everything's homegrown. None of this third-party type activity. No, everything comes straight from him. He's the source. So, Blake, thank you so much. I appreciate you providing the trap with top-notch, high-quality quail. Really means a lot, man. My freezer looks like hefty of quail all the time. And it's because of my man Blake. So thank you, Blake. Appreciate it. Placing my order this week. That's a fact. You should too. Let him know that the trap sent you. Seriously, say, hey, MJ sent you, and he's going to take care of you. I promise you. Promise you. And I promise you, if you go to the Reptile Super Show, you're going to have the best time ever. Oh my God, the #1 show in the country. Only show I vend in the country. The Reptile Super Show. Please come to the West Coast. Consider it. I got East Coast homies tapping in to the West Coast. Why shouldn't you, man? The Reptile Super Show. It's a way to grow. It's a way to network. A way to market yourself. You got to be known on each side of this country and in the middle. But seriously, even in the middle, get over here to the West Coast, man. Reptile Super Show. Thank you so much, Rami. Appreciate it. Cannot wait. The future is bright when it comes to the Reptile Super Show, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Rami's been a day one supporter of mine as well, so thank you, Rami. I want to say, really, when it comes to somebody like Rami supporting me, it's like, fuck. Very blessed. So thank you so much. All my sponsors, I had to shout all my sponsors tonight because it is episode 400, and I'm just very blessed. Like, how am I not blessed? I'm also very blessed to have US Art. You should be too. You should be supporting US Art, first and foremost. If you keep any reptile, please support US Art. The more, the merrier. We need the numbers. Trust me. All right. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Phil Goss. Thank you, anyone who volunteers and supports US Art at the shows, at home, on your own shows, podcasts, wherever. If you're shouting out US Art, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. But go down to the very first. Sorry, not the first link, but go down to a link in the description below. Click on it, the usarc.org link. Read up on it if you're not too sure what US Arc is, and consider it if you're not a member yet. Thank you so much. Last but not least, before I get into the early birds and before I introduce the first all-star hitter of tonight, all right, I do want to say, if you're looking for exclusive content, all right, if you want to tap in to with more than what you see on the show, if you want to support what I'm doing, then go down to the very, very first link in the description below. Click on it and join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord. Taps you in with over 170 trappers. That's right, over 170. All right, you get a link to the group chat on Instagram, and then we have special get-togethers, the Trap Talking V-Unit Family Sunday Zoom parties, bruh. Shit is cracking. Which reminds me, everyone, give a warm welcome to tonight's first all-star line up hitter. That's Emilio Villarino, my co-host, but still, you're an all-star and you're here tonight. What's up, buddy?
Well, I want to start off by saying I'm honored to be here on your 400th episode.
You deserve to be here, buddy. You deserve to be here.
Congratulations, mad props. You know me very well. I love longevity. I got to give you props on sustained long-term excellence, longevity. That is super rare in this game.
Yeah. Not
only in the reptile game, but in the podcast game. So, yo, mad props, bro. 400.
Respect. Hey, listen. So I kind of want to specify why I picked who I picked, right? And you're going to see everyone I talk about tonight relates to longevity, okay? There has been a moment where you and I met where the way you were kicking out information, the way you were spitting out knowledge, which in a very humble way, mind you, I will say Emilio was he was the most experienced new breed on the block guest I had on, but you didn't act like it. Like, you didn't come on like with some sort of attitude or anything, right? You literally just laid shit out, because at the end of the day, you're coming from a place where you weren't always out there. Like, you weren't always Emilio. You were just more like E, you know what I mean? But now you're like you're a force to be reckoned with, bro, because you not only do you have yourself, but you have the V-Unit family and the trappers. Like, you have real support behind you, you know?
I was just happy to be on the show, man. I was honored to be on the show. I don't take anything for granted, bro.
Right on.
You got the biggest platform on YouTube in the reptile game, hands down.
Respect, bro. Well, listen, I got to give it all to people like yourself, because it's inspiring to see people who aren't 50, 60 years old who are making a name for themselves in a industry where a lot of people, they don't hack it, bro. I don't want to say a lot, but some people just don't seem to want to have longevity in this. It seems like a lot of people's mindset is on what's happening this year and what can I get now? You know, that's why you see a lot of the price slashing and stuff. And we'll get into all that with all the other homies and whatnot. But, you know, first and foremost, other than you being a part of the lineup, you know, you're a big part of the New Breed on the Block segments. So I'm excited that you and I get to talk to all these guys. You know, one of them being a good homie of ours, you know, we got Wiz Clan in the building tonight. It's going to be a pretty epic show. Hope everyone's ready out there. You know what I mean? Are you cool if we say so? What up to the early birds and we'll get everybody in right now? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Early birds. Listen, if you're in the live chats tonight, don't be shy. A lot of heavy ball python breeder hitting activities going on tonight. So if you have a topic, you have a question for somebody, don't be shy with the super chat. Get a super chat out there. If you definitely want it to be thrown across, throw a super chat, man. But what is good, Martin Morse? Happy 30-year anniversary. Talk about goals. My man enjoying his 30-year anniversary, wedding anniversary with his wife in Hawaii. He sent me a little video, like, you know what I mean? He shows me love, but then, you know, he lives his life. And that's why I love a lot of people who just do what they do, but then, you know, check in. But happy 30-year anniversary. Respect. You and Liz been together for how long now, bro?
We've been married 25.
Oh my God. Respect to you guys. You're 5 years away from that. You don't look it at all. That's nuts.
24, sorry.
Okay.
She's gonna kick my ass.
It's all good. North Star Exotics, B Unit family, all day, every day. Kaju Constrictors, what is up? Jeremy Bod's Exotic Reptiles, what is good? Heartland Reptiles, coming on Fat Snake Tuesdays tomorrow night. Trap Talk Patreon member Jordan, Heartland Reptiles. Big things popping tomorrow night. Be ready for that. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Miller's Menagerie, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Chantel in the building, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. 217 Pythons, my homie Will, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Northwest Herpetological. He's from the Northwest and he's into herping. That's what that means. My man, appreciate you so much. Bosa Reptiles, you want to talk about real raw support? This guy right here, man. Appreciate this guy. Aaron, thank you so much for everything you do. Positivity. It's my dog. Dude, homegirl from Germany, Autumn in the building. What is good? You got your Traps Global, bro. What are you gonna do? We're global. You know what I mean? We got people who literally stay up at I don't know what hour at where that time just to watch this shit. I am so stoked over that shit. You know what I mean? Are you still? Does that make you happy, Emilio?
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. Fulio in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Big Mike 1776 Exotics. Trap Talk Patreon member. Row 5.0. What is up? Trap Talk. Hey, happy belated birthday to my man Row 5.0. Go give him a follow on Instagram and go wish him a happy birthday from your boy MJ.
We sang him happy birthday on the Zoom call.
Oh, you did?
I'm just kidding.
Man. Oh, you did?
We almost did.
You should have, man. I was about to be stoked. It's all good. What do we do with this guy, bro? Oh my God.
That's my dog.
Man, Freddie.
That's my dog.
Reptiles. Can't help but to like this guy. Go over to Instagram, give him a follow. Morph Valley Reptiles. He does ask a lot of questions. Celtic Reptiles in the building. What is up? Eric's Morph Factory. What is up? B Unit fam all day, every day. Orange County Chondros in the building. What is up? Susie in the building. Shipping Reptiles finest. All right. And you know what? We're going to end this in style. Somebody that we both like, somebody that we both fuck with, and somebody that I want to see more episodes from. That's my dog, Ray. Big Ray, my favorite reptile podcast. Subscribe as many as you please. Go subscribe to this guy's YouTube channel. Let's get the fucking ball rolling for this guy. Let's get more episodes from my homie Ray, because another episode that hit home to me, you know, obviously there was a time and place what I was going through at the earlier part of the year. And that's when your podcast came along and his podcast. So, guys, listen, I'm ready to rock and roll. It is the all-star lineup. Game time. Are you ready for this, Emilio? Because I'm ready to bring the homies in and just start chopping it up.
Let's go.
All right, guys, listen, again, already shout out to the super chats. My homie Angel throwing super chats out there already. I appreciate you so much. But let's go. Do what you got to do to get your mind right. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated. It is episode 400, the All-Star New Breed on the Block series coming at you right now. Let's go. Choo!
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 new breeder on the block, All Stars. What is good? Everyone, look at these faces. Holy shit.
What up?
What up? What up?
What's up? What's going on?
I feel like if Tinley was like a podcast, this would be it right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's
This
facts.
is
That's
cracking, my guys. What is up? Okay, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go around the horn, and we're gonna start introducing with my man Antoine D.P.R. Coldblood.
What's up, guys?
Building. What is up, player?
Good, man. Good. Pleasure to be here. It's pretty special 400th episode, man. Congrats on that one to start off. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. It's awesome to still see how much you've been killing it since you've been on this show, which was well over a year ago. But
yeah,
I think coming across you at Tinley is what really made me stop and pay attention what you've been doing as far as since my podcast with you. And man, are you responsible of this gorilla gene that's cracking right now? Is that?
Yes. So basically that gorilla gene is from a buddy of mine, Brian at NBK Reptiles, but I do manage his collection as well. And I do his marketing for that project, as well as some of the other dinkers. So that gorilla is, we're working together on that one.
Damn, man. Well, okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I'm glad you're here. Antoine, ladies and gentlemen, go give him a follow right now on Instagram, D.P.R. Coldblood. And then right below him is my guy right here, man. Wiz Constrictors from Wiz Constrictors Reptiles, dog. You want to talk about day ones? Okay, this guy right here.
I rock with you.
Right, since the day, man. And here you are. How you living, Wiz?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm living good. No complaints over here, man. Congrats to you, though, bro, for 400, man.
Yeah, man. That's
a big deal.
It feels like it went quick, but honestly, you already know how that is. Like I've seen you've been growing pretty quick yourself ever since the podcast. I've seen you just making some moves that have only benefited you.
Bro, everything you told me on that podcast, I took to heart, bro. And you see the results. Everybody can see the results, bro. Like you set the blueprint, bro, and I followed it. That's it. That's all.
How hard was it to actually push through on the podcast and make it consistent like you're doing right now? I mean, was it kind of like jumping into cold water at first, or did you just go right into it? What'd you think?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock, man, because I'm not like as much as I'm used to being in front of the camera. Like you said earlier, like it's hard for me not to be me wherever I'm at. And sometimes I can come across like harsh. I can come across as an asshole, basically. You know what I mean? And I don't know what you mean. You've always been cool as fuck. I know what I mean when I say that, but not you. Like you're like a chill dude. Hey, so yeah, that's what it is. Like I try to keep it all level as possible, bro. Like I don't want peaks and valleys. You know what I'm saying? I want everything to be on the plateau level.
Wiz, an asshole? What are we talking about here, bro?
I have my moments,
the nicest guy out there.
Appreciate you, Emilio. Appreciate you, bro.
Now, if they say that about me, that's different.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're being sarcastic, Emilio. It was hard. I was like, wait a minute, is Wiz a dick or not?
Because
no,
Wiz is the nicest
never
guy.
Heard this guy be a dick ever. He's so.
Wiz is the nicest, most professional guy out there, bro.
That's like saying Jaffy's a dick. That. You know what I mean? Jaffy's fucking. Look at Jaffy. He's fucking. I just want to hug him when I look at him. You know what I mean?
That's why they call him Jaffy Bear.
That's it.
Bear, baby.
Hey, but Wiz, I couldn't be more proud to have someone I've seen growing this be a part of episode 400 because, like I said, this is not only people who I feel like have longevity under their belt, but relevancy, man. Like we're talking, like what are you doing to fucking be relevant? And I feel like that's what matters tonight. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to get cracking here in a bit. And Wiz Constrictors, YouTube first and foremost, go give him a follow, subscribe to his YouTube channel every Saturday night. We're talking, remind me that the time is 8 o'clock Pacific or no, 7. 7
is 7 your time. Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Wiz, for being here. All right. Appreciate you.
Oh, man. Thank you for having me, bro. I'm honored.
Yeah, and then we're talking about playing this from Canada. We have Jaffy, man, my guy Jaffy.
Yeah.
Humble bear. You're Jaffy Bear, but you're a humble bear too. You're just just overall nice guy, but honestly killing it in many ways, man.
Appreciate that.
Coming to Cali, respect to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respect to the Bomb Project family, obviously too. Like you're doing what I did, and that's obviously making relationships with people who are damn near across the. Well, obviously in a different country, and you're
for sure.
But man, how's it been, bro? How's it been making relationships, coming to Cali and just kind of going to shows and get your name out there more? What's it been like?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you, man.
Big 400, like Wiz said before, like, it's even Emilio. So like, it doesn't, not everyone can last this long, let alone stay relevant for this long. So big congrats to you, and of course to everyone here. I want to appreciate all you guys because all you guys are my friends. So it's not even like the first time I'm talking to you guys or seeing you guys.
Yeah.
So, Austin already knows who he is to me. So that's not even, and my Canadian brother, Antoine, that's my dog right there. So,
yeah.
We killing it. But yeah, no, in general, as a hobby, especially in this hobby, it's always nice to meet people. Like, this hobby, in a sense, pushes people that, like look at Justin back in the day. He was super quiet, as he said, and then he got himself out there. Now he's like, he's like a Walmart. He's pretty much the Walmart of the ball python game in terms of you can mention Justin and be like, yeah, I know Justin. I know Justin. So I think in this day and age, it's mandatory to almost get your name out there and, be also in a positive light because you can be out there in a negative light and that definitely won't help you. So it's definitely amazing to have, it's because of the hobby also I got to meet everyone too, except Austin. I knew before, but,
See, like what Justin and many other people who've been around like Justin, because, we all go to Justin because he's the marketing king. Like nobody fucking puts shit out there like Justin, but we got to respect others who've been around just as long, if not longer than Justin, right? But one thing that a lot of them didn't have is this shit. They didn't have fucking homies like this, and mainly it was against all odds. People didn't want to see people succeed back then. That was like misleading information, selling fake hats, stealing, bro. That was like the welcome to the ball python game back in the day. You know what I mean? But 100%. Now, bro, it's like it's a lot deeper than that. You know what I mean? Because there's relationships. And honestly, there's so much room to grow. Like there's enough room for everyone to fucking eat on the goddamn ball python plate for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what is this? People get in their head and they get lazy. You know what I mean? And which we'll talk about that tonight. But Jaffe, thank you so much for being here, bro. I appreciate you so much. Jaffe Exotics.
You already know.
Jaffe Exotics on Instagram. You still got your YouTube cracking?
I mean, it's cracked.
All right, well, man, go encourage Jaffe right now. Go get his subs up, please. Go over to YouTube. Type in Jaffe Exotics. I appreciate you being here tonight, Jaffe. Thank you, man.
You already know.
All right, man. And somebody I met at the very first Tinley, my man Dorian from the Royal Clutch, tapping in with us, and man, you killing on so many levels, my man. And I just want to say thank you for being here. How you living? What's up, man?
Appreciate it, man. Congrats on number 400. I ain't gonna go into the whole mushy thing.
My head's already. I'm about to fly away right now. It's fucking.
Yeah. I don't want your head to pop, bro. So, but nah, man, everything's good. Just chilling, grinding away. Just doing my thing.
You're a silent hitter, bro. I feel like if you don't follow this man, you're not going to really understand what he's, because you don't also show everything, Dorian. I know you're somebody who kind of like picks and choose what you want us to know what's cracking, and I'm starting to pick that, which good for you. A lot of people don't have that in them. But guys, please go to Instagram, type in the Royal Clutch, follow my man Dorian. But what's been new, man? How's the growth been? Are you standing tall on your projects right now? Have you been pivoting? What kind of update us right now? What's going on?
Yeah, no pivoting. Just keeping going with what I've been doing. The super gravel stuff is still going to be key around here. We just added some more pieces. That's I think it's gonna really help the projects out in the future. I'm still holding my gun strong on that puzzle clown stuff. So I don't care what anybody says there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hold on to that energy because we'll be talking about that definitely tonight.
Can't wait.
Yeah. I want answers for sure because I definitely. I mean, we'll get into it, man. But other than that, I mean, have you first and foremost, what was your vibe of Tinley? You went to Tinley obviously just recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been to a lot of October Tinleys. I met you at an October Tinley, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
Yeah, so I've been to pretty much every Tinley since that one.
Is it true that the October Tinley did not feel like an October Tinley? Like, and that's due to the volume of people who were there.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a lot of people. There was still a lot of people there, but it was just like, I don't know, I guess the buzz was just a little different. The energy in the room didn't feel like it normally felt, you know. But I don't know if that was because the amount of people there, or it's just like
Different hype.
everybody's head, and people's headspace in the hobby. Like, I don't know what's going on, dude.
Listen, guys,
Yeah,
I know
it was off.
I know I couldn't make it this year, but I'm gonna come back. We're gonna start smelling weed in the air. We're gonna bring it back.
Let's go.
We're gonna bring it back. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, honestly, listen, we're at a time where a lot of things could throw curveballs, right? You know, we're talking about one thing talked about is the traffic, but then also I heard a lot more good things on sales. You know, I heard a lot of people, you know, obviously you had people that didn't sell, but I heard some motherfuckers sold, and they you know, and I think that's kind of what the main game plan is for vendors, is to at least leave home with some change. And I heard some people did. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. What would be your prediction, Dorian, for March? You think March is gonna be cracking?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it.
All right, cool. All right, well, Dorian, appreciate you as always. Thank you for being here tonight. We're gonna get shit cracking.
Appreciate you for having me, sir.
Yeah. Last but not least, my man, the guy, Austin.
What's up?
Royal who stay highness all the time. Boy,
Yo,
how you living, my man? Thanks for being here, Austin.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
it's a highlight show. 400. Appreciate you having me. I
You
remember
know,
when we first started this a couple
He
years
said
back.
it's a highlight.
Oh, it is a highlight show.
It was
But,
Austin was one of the very first few people who actually smoked with me on the show back then, and nobody would want to smoke with me, and I understood why. But like, Austin had a bong, like I felt like I was like with my best friend, fucking talking in person. And it was a good show, and that's like, I obviously had respect on your name because of Billy, right? Like, I knew who you're fucking with, Billy, and I, you know, obviously just like had the reason to bring you on because of that. But then after bringing you on, I realized how much you knew your shit when it came down to morphs. Like, and then the morph came, then it made sense like why they call you King Austin, because you just got a way of IDing shit, man. So I thought there could be no better person to be a part of tonight's panel than the guy who I even go to. Like, if it comes to something I need help IDing, man, you've helped me quite a bit, Austin. And then I heard there's like a tier in the Patreon where you charge people for that. So I just want to say thank you for never charging me.
no, homie, get it free. Don't worry, bro.
Dang, bro.
MJ
just blew up the spot.
They're like, what? We paid?
Yeah, my bad. Austin, how you been, bro? Like Jaffe, like I was saying, Jaffe was so happy to see some of my favorite Canadian hitters on this side of the fence. You know, you come into a Cali show, you were at my house, bro. Like that meant something to me. And actually have you here. I wish I had a full day with you guys. I wish I would have been able to take you to my favorite taco shops and do all that, which, you know, we could do again at some point. But how you been, man? Where's Austin at, man? How's things with your projects? Are we up to par with where you want to be at? Let's kind of get into that real quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what's been happening. I hit the first monsoon pieds, and I hit 3 of them so far. So I'm keeping quiet with them. I'm not showing no pictures yet. I'm trying to hit one without pastel. Everyone I hit has pastel in it, and I just think without pastel, it's gonna be crazier. So I'm gonna wait to make the best version and then show it.
Oh man,
No
so
kidding.
You're definitely getting smart. You're getting pastel beat up yet again. So you're telling me that you're telling me you made a monsoon pied, but it has pastel in it, and you're not happy with it? Is what you're saying?
Oh, I'm still happy with it. It looks. A lot of people I showed at Tinley said it looks very similar to a sunset pied with the pastel. So you still have some of that monsoon pattern coming in, but if any of you guys seen a pastel monsoon, it washes out a lot of the pattern. And
it looks like a pastel monsoon pied. It looks like what you expect it to look like, really.
Right.
Yeah, like
monsoon has a lot of pattern. The pastel takes out the pattern, but you know.
Yeah, still looks very. In my opinion, I still like it a lot. I hit the pastel Phantom monsoon pie. That was my favorite so far. Has some really nice creamy colors. I noticed that the monsoon really changed like the colors in the pie, and so far all of them have really high patterns. So it's pretty cool.
What are you betting on that's going to take Monsoon to the respectable level that you feel like it needs to be at? Like, you feel like it could be pied? Because
I think it's going to be pied, but no pastel. Like with pastel, it's really nice, but without pastel, I think it's going to blow people's minds. Like the main genes I'm looking to work into it now are leopard, Enchi, yellow belly, and orange dream.
OD.
Yep, OD. That's
OD Monsoon's my gig. Yep.
And listen, this is open to everyone now that we introduce everyone. Everybody now. So I just want to say, guys, pied. Holy shit! Like if I was and this is just me speaking. Okay, let's just say I had Sunset, and let's say I had Monsoon. I can't even speak on Monsoon. To be honest, I don't even know what a Monsoon pie looks like. Shoot me a pic later if you want. But I'm just saying.
Hey, for real, bro.
So, okay, let's talk about Sunset pied, okay? Sunset in general, you already know how I feel about Sunset, right? But you're looking at Sunset Clown pied. And then you look at a Sunset pied. And then you look at other combos that go along with Sunset and pied in it. I think so far the best version of a Sunset pied is a Sunset pied with nothing else in it. Because look what it turns into.
Yeah. I agree. I think it needs some
crazy.
ultra milk.
I'm looking forward to the Sunset Dreamsicle and Sunset Yellow Belly Pie, stuff like that.
I think lavender and ultra milk will definitely save that project.
Yeah. Lavender Sunset is interesting.
Ultra milk, yeah, lavender,
yeah. Antoine, are you working with pied? Do you have a lot of pied stuff or no?
Yeah, maybe like 2 hats in my collection. That's it. I really like. I had a few, but it's just I like the project. It's just not something that I work with. Really.
Dangerous. I love pied, but it's a scary fucking project because you have certain genes that give you high whites, mid whites, whatever, supposedly, right? Like there's certain things that could determine what the pieds look like, and that's what's scary is we're bringing all these new type things into pied still, and we don't know what it's going to kick back. And I gotta tell you, dude, DG pied shit, gorgeous. I love DG pied shit all fucking day. That's now we're talking. You know what I mean? But dude, Sunset score right now on the scoreboard is not good right now. It's just, and I'm not, like I said, I hope something better happens for Sunset, but and I love, shout out to Brad Boa, hitting that snake is not easy. Like that's a really difficult snake to hit. And I know, and like Brad, he's a very humble individual, a lot more calm than I am. I'm just saying, if it were me and I had that opportunity and that's what I got, man, I would fucking pivot. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I'm sure there's actually I think every genes has like their place. There's going to be a way to figure out in a couple of years the Sunset pied, like an animal that's going to blow everybody's mind. I think that if you drop projects too early, you don't go to the full potential. Every single gene has some crazy potential. We just have to work around it and discover what's going to kick it. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be the white lace on Sunset pied. Who knows? There's always something.
Yeah.
Look at Red Stripe too.
Yeah.
Red Stripe was the same way. Nobody wanted Red Stripe until it was into a pot. Oh, Austin's coughing. But yeah,
I'm lace everything, bro. So I agree there completely. I think white lace is going to be a heavy hitter come soon. If it ain't already.
I don't think there's much that can hold weight to white lace right now, to be honest. I mean, that's personally how I feel. I can't wait to now, mind you, there's still a lot more to be done. Like we got to, but from the examples I've seen, and I've seen white lace in the clown at Justin's, it's fucking stupid. It's nuts. It's crazy. Now,
even just one copy, bro. Lace pastel is stupid. Like for pastel lace by itself, just those two names, it's stupid.
And what's crazy? You got to appreciate a codon that only gets better with age, which that's not really the case with any ball python. And here we have that's a case. Like I have a lace 100% double het clown hypo from Joel, and this thing, like all the whites that it once had is now becoming like boldy white, and it's like it's like filling in, and it's like whoa, like that's interesting. And this is mind you just a lace. Imagine that white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That animal you got from Joel, I was telling him that's the craziest. Like that, just the base gene itself was the nicest lace I've ever seen in my life. Like that clutch he produced it was crazy.
Power of the hets.
Joe been working with lace for a minute too, man. For a minute.
Yeah. And Joel was whipping out some like shit. What was it called? Rainbow or something like that?
Rainbow back.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, like, that's why it's like, it gives me anxiety to think like how much stuff is like you think people Like people are not going to stop coming with these names. I'm just saying they're not going to stop anytime soon. But mind you, it's because we're getting thrown shit like that we've never seen before. You know,
Yep, constantly, man.
I want to since we're on the topic of codoms, obviously we're giving a lot of respect to White Lace, but anyone out there working with a codom that they feel pretty solid about that maybe isn't too talked about, or maybe it is just not brought up enough. Like Red Stripe was obviously something. Now, and before we get into that, you could go super Red Stripe. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? You could go. There's no problems with that.
Nope.
Cool. So super version of Red Stripe's better, is what we're saying. Then like a gravel, like a super gravel or super asphalt. Then right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd say Hurricane should be up there in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hurricane. No bad super. Everything. Obviously, you get the lower end Hurricanes and you get the high expression Hurricanes, but in my opinion, Hurricane Clown base gene is amazing.
Yep.
But when you stack spot nose, red stripe, yellow belly, the basic stuff you would like to add, or even OD, it makes it look wacky. So one thing I'm excited for is the Hurricane puzzle. I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I gotta throw Wookiee on top of what Jaffe just said. I'm gonna say I've seen a single gene Wookiee clown, nothing else in it, and that shit's fucking fire. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah.
Really good. Really, really.
Wookiee, Stranger.
Cypress, my favorite personally.
Yeah.
Cypress.
I added a bunch of Cypress this year, man. I love it.
They hatch nice, they age well, and as adults they're amazing, and they fit with pastel, with whatever. It's just such a solid gene in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah,
what about a super form of Cypress? Is that something you don't want to do, or what's the deal with that?
Don't do it.
I mean, it's a wobbly snake. Like we kind of avoid it,
Yeah.
But again, like you can play around just having one dose of Cypress and still have a lot of interesting stuff coming.
Right. It's kind of like spot nose, right? Like obviously
a little bit, yeah.
In a sense. And then are we kind of any of you have a codom that you're not like fond of using as much as you need to? Like maybe it's like it's there, but only as needed you have to use it.
I don't have no champagne.
Yeah. No champagne.
I like champagne. I like champagne personally.
There was a champagne. Wasn't there a champagne combo just made that was ridiculous? It was like it looked like paint. Like I forgot what it looked like.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, some
the
of
clown,
them.
I think it was.
What was it?
I think it was a clown combo. Champagne clown, something.
Some cool ones with leopard and stuff.
Yeah.
Leopard, inchy. Yeah.
Who in here doesn't like pastel or avoids pastel as much as possible?
Now
besides clown, I like pastel.
Yeah, and anything but clown. Agreed.
Yeah. I think some projects with pastel are actually even better. I think zebra is one example. Like some of the zebras I've seen at Tinley with pastel, it's like those things pop. Pastel is essential there, and it's a nice gene to play with. As I said before, there's a place for every gene. So some of them just don't mix well together, and you just got to be conscious about that. Do your homework and just avoid some codoms and some pairings, and you'll be good.
What about pastels with clown and another recessive?
Yeah.
Is that hit or miss?
I mean, the only other recessive is like
if it's DG or
G, but then
hypo looks good. Hypo looks good.
Hypo too, yeah. Hypo too.
But again, you're limited with what you can do with it. All those orange, all those reds, forget about it. You got to stay different.
It looks good with Exantic also. I'm only working pastel into Exantic and certain pet items that I carry, but that's it. I'm not working pastel into anything else. I'm just trying to keep it out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Even a good pastel Exantic or a Firefly Exantic, to me, that's
those are dope.
This Exantic stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Pastel DG puzzle looks better than the DG puzzle,
bro.
Yeah.
Pastel works really well with puzzle.
Yeah,
puzzle for sure. DG,
it looks badass.
But then you go back to the fact that there's so much pastel puzzle out there. So, I mean,
it looks good. It looks good. So it ain't like a pastel monsoon, but it definitely look good.
No, it does look good, but it's in most of the puzzle stuff out there. I think it's just one puzzle to another level. Yeah. If we start just leaving pastel a little bit behind.
It's just one of those things where like you shouldn't be scared to work a pastel puzzle. If you have a pastel puzzle, breed it, right?
Yeah.
Like don't be scared to breed a pastel puzzle. I could get that with a pastel clown.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. But pastel puzzle, don't be scared. Just like a pastel desert ghost, don't be scared.
Just be creative to what you breed that pastel puzzle to, and you'll be good.
Right.
If you go like to a pastel entry and boring pairing, but move with different genetics, try to diversify it.
Yo, Austin.
We're on
Austin.
the same page, bro.
Austin rolling up again, man. This kid.
That's how he stays in the game. He's good.
Yo, I can't.
I'm really thirsty right now, I'm just trying to stay
I wish I was over there right now. I would like that for Austin so he could just focus and he wouldn't even have to fucking, you know what I mean? And
I'll be in your area next week, MJ. I'm staying at the Omni. I'm staying at the Omni, bro.
You're coming to San Diego? What?
Coming to San Diego next weekend, bro. It's going down.
I'm gonna holler. Show him the collection.
Bro, what? What? So
what's
okay, we'll talk after this? I don't want to. I don't want to leak info. All right. All right. Oh my god, that's epic. All right, cool.
Man.
Okay, back on the topic of things. So
my bad.
I don't know. You're good. I don't want to lose this because I was bringing up a certain.
I want to say all pastel ain't created the same either. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
That's what I want to get into right now is like, maybe there's a gene that is maybe frowned upon. Like, let's just say lesser, for instance, right? Maybe lesser could be something in the mix that can make the snake price devalued. But are any of you guys having to worry about that or dealing with that on a year-to-year basis? Like, is there a combo that is at risk of hitting what you're trying to hit where you can't price it, or maybe not price it, you don't want to hold it back? Like, you're just like, well, it devalues what I'm looking for. Any of you guys?
A spider, I guess. Spider is one of those genes.
Spider, probably,
yeah.
So what?
I mean, not necessarily because they look bad. It's just because the market doesn't have the demand for it.
What do you have? What do you have in a project that has spider in it, Antoine?
Nothing. I don't have any spiders in my collection. I had some, but I got rid of them just because of that. Personally, I love them. I think that some of the spider combos are just unbeatable. They look fantastic. But personally, in my collection, it's just not something that I have.
So I met somebody who has something in their collection that is like, like for instance, like let's just say you have something that's het for something that you're really after to hitting, but it's a pastel or it's a fucking and you're like, well, I don't. What am I?
Austin does.
Yeah, I got some spider double het monsoon pies too. That's the thing, like Spider Special and a Spider Mojave. So the reason I have them is because I had some possible het that I purchased from people who bought stuff from Billy, and they had spider inside of the stuff I purchased. So when I bred the het monsoon male to it, I kept back 2 spiders because they definitely double het monsoon pied. I couldn't just give them away or something, right? Got to retain the project, and now they're breeding size, and I'm pairing them. I'm just.
Everybody has some of that, bro. Everybody has some of that.
Yeah.
So you just good.
What I could say is that I'm a spider lover, and I only have 2 left in my whole collection.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I'll probably have one by the end of the year.
Yeah,
I got one. He ain't going nowhere though.
Yeah, she's 15 years old, so
shit.
And then Austin, you would somehow work those spiders. Like, let's just say they did the job for you, then you would eventually you'd part ways.
As soon as I prove them out, they're being sold.
Yeah. Poor spider.
I mean, it's just a stigma.
They're beautiful.
Like, no one's gonna buy it. Yeah.
Are
Spider, one of the best looking snakes ever, bro.
All my spiders give me nightmares. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it was one of the building blocks, bro. We gotta be real. But things change. Right? Things change.
What's crazy is somebody showed me a chart. I forgot where it was, and it showed like the spider gene pool, like the fucking family branch. And I love chocolate. I saw chocolate was on that, and I was like,
big branch.
My heart fucking dropped. But so it's like, I got spot nose, cypress. Oh, there's a lot, bro.
It doesn't make any sense, too. This branch doesn't make any sense.
Blackhead.
No. What the hell? Blackhead and champagne and spot nose and whatever.
The crazy one is the blackhead, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks like a regular.
It looks like a super normal at that point.
Blankets it out. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. Makes it look like a normal.
So wow, it make it look normal. Yeah, that's so wild, man.
Yeah.
Mother Nature was on one that day.
Now, and listen, I still haven't known. I'm not too sure of this, but super blackheads are fine. You can make super blackheads.
Yeah, they're good.
And are made right now? A lot of people making those right now, like in the combos and like clowns and shit.
I remember COVID times they were going for 10K. Now they're what, like maybe a couple thousand at most.
Yeah, at most. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Jeff. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I've seen quite a few super blackheads. Not anything crazy in clown or nothing. Yeah, I've seen a few blackhead clowns, like quite a few blackhead clowns, but not too many.
I was gonna say Will Nussman has a super blackhead clown on Morph Market right now. That thing's really nice. I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anyone has one, it should be that guy because that fool's he's been well ahead of the blackhead game for a while. Shout out to Will Nussman, man. That guy's a G, bro. But all right, the topic of now this topic affects all of us. It really does because there was a time and place 3-4 years ago where we bought something and we did not expect the market to do what it's doing today. And I'm talking about these price drops, man. Maybe in a sense, like for instance, no one has a Monty Pied, so no one's touching him on that market right there, right? But overall, every gene is affected. I feel like it doesn't matter what it is because of the economy. What has that done to any of you guys? Have you had to kind of sit down and game plan shit, or let's talk about how you guys are adjusting to the new market, the people freaking out. Let's kind of talk about that, and whoever wants to go first. Yeah, Austin, go on, Austin.
Yeah, basically, this year for most of my pairings, I tried not to make stuff to sell. So I wasn't looking to make stuff to sell. I was looking more stuff to hold back for the future.
Same.
I made a lot more triple and quad heads. Try to make visual double heads, visual triple heads, and I'm just gonna sell. Like I have made some really good stuff to hold back, and I made some really good stuff I should be holding back, but I just don't have the space for it. So
yeah,
now that I get the chance to sell these, puts me in a place where not a lot of people are selling these, and if they made them themselves, they're probably gonna hold it back. So it puts me in a better marketplace. Has a little more value to my snakes instead of making visuals like visual clowns. I put clowns to ultra pieds, to ultra like other double up recessives. So try to really like diversify and like look for the future because the market right now is horrible, especially in Canada. Canada's even worse than the States. You guys sell like 10 snakes for every 1 snake we sell.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa. So that's what Will meant by saying he's like, oh, I sent all my shit to America. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. If I had that,
most of the sales are going to the States anyways, but it's, you gotta push towards that.
Most of my big sales were in America.
Yeah.
So you guys are feeling it harder than the Americans are right now, is what you're saying.
We hustling. We gotta, because not only that, but we gotta pay for the export. So it's like discouraging. It's discouraging when you put an animal up and then someone's like, "I want it," but then in your mind this is not going out for at least 2-3 months.
Right.
Versus you guys in the States sell a snake, you get it the next day, if not next business day.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of breaks for us to do business.
Yeah, and then on top of that, to ship a snake for us is $350 if you ship one, and then if you add another snake on top, it's an additional $150. So imagine we gotta take that cut from ours just to make it more appealing, because you can't tell them, oh yeah, I'm selling you the snake for $3K, but then I need $150 just to ship it to you.
Yeah, so no, it's free shipping, but you gotta absorb those costs, but it's all on us after that.
Yeah.
And to piggyback on what Austin said, it's the same thing. Like you take this time to grow your holdbacks up, make your holdbacks, but at the same time, with the market being so low, it's a good time to grab them ingredients that you need. You know what I mean, for your own projects, bro. And then you can have them sitting in the back growing up too, if you got the room and the money for it, obviously. But like with the prices being as low as they are, you might as well grab what you can while you can.
Yep. 100%.
So, I mean, because based off what I've seen people low, like drop a price so low that's still not selling. Like it's almost like, bro, no matter how much you drop this price, motherfucker,
it's not a price problem.
It's not the price problem, motherfucker.
No, it's not a price problem.
Yeah,
those guys are not gonna last, bro. In the game,
that's it.
It's
they're gonna get in, get out, and be gone.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people are not ready for what they're producing too, so they're looking like, oh, I need to move this so I can have more space for this.
Yeah,
you have to look at your ball pythons, and if you produce something, you have to be able to hold on to it till like 400 or 500 grams sometimes.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Like a lot of people don't look at that, and that's why you see those price slashing. They need to move. They need the space, and even some people, they quit their jobs to do this. They're doing so well in COVID, and now that the market's slow, they're not making enough to feed their families and stuff. So they're looking to price slash. They're just ruining the market. But
if we look how hard it is to sell a snake right now, right? It's still happening. Snakes are still being sold, but a lot of these snakes, a lot of these purchases that are happening are people who are. They got a name that people want to fuck with. Like they just want they've been following them for a while. And that's why it's like, who just said that they're breeding something they're not ready for? Was that you, Austin? I think you just said that, right? That they're producing shit they're not. And what that means is like, who, especially in a time like this, if you have not been putting in the fucking grunt work and been making a name for yourself, busting out YouTubes, going on podcasts, et cetera, who the fuck do you expect to drop 7K with you? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Exactly.
Like, bro, I don't. Especially if your fucking picture game ain't on point. Like if you're taking cloudy Android pictures of your fucking snake, it's like, bro, like, are we not listening about like presentation? It's like, you know, like how do you expect a $7,000 snake when it's a fucking $200 presentation? You know what I mean? Like, but it also goes to what Emilio said. It's like people like that are gonna do desperate things, and desperate people don't last in this. They don't. Strong people do. Hustlers do. But
there's so many different levels of this game that you got to master to be successful. I mean, Austin, what do you think? What are the numbers of the people that really get in hard and get out? It's what is it, 70%? It has to be high.
It's high up there. It's over 50 because
it's
more. People come in within 2 years. They're out.
Let's all think in our head how many people that we could kind of maybe think about that we no longer like gone in the wind. Like, you know what I mean? And especially like I'm talking nice people, like people that like, man, like very supportive and like telling you their dreams and their mission, just spewing it all out. And I understand excitement does that, but when you hold an expectation so high, and mainly because you're watching off everyone else's success, that's the problem. Is a lot of people come to this and they see someone else doing it and they go, that's how long that take you to do? Okay, I could do that. And it's like, motherfucker, we'll see. You know, but even if you do it, who's going to spend money with you? That's the thing. People don't understand. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? First and foremost,
I bring this down to three things. First of all, it has to be the marketing that you've done. Like, what have you brought to this industry? You're doing videos, YouTube, going to shows, doing podcasts, you helping out people. This is the first thing. Secondly, is the quality of animals you have. If you bought the cheapest stuff and you have the nicest animals, they're always going to sell because you have the nicest ones. And the third thing is the planning. If your breedings are different than everybody's and you have a vision and you go your own route, you're not just following everybody, you're always going to sell your stuff because people know you, people recognize the quality, and you have different stuff. I think that if you have those three things going, I don't think that right now, like, it's really about, dropping the prices and everything. Just people will come to you if you've done this right. That's what.
Everything that you just spoke of speaks of this being your lifestyle, your passion, and your life. These people, a lot of them get in, and it is none of those things.
Yep.
See it as an opportunity. They're not up for it, bro. They get in.
I agree.
It comes down to this, right? Like, what are mainly successful people are successful at something that they're obsessed with. You got to fucking obsess over this shit. And what that means is fucking that Austin energy. He's trying to breed shit he doesn't want to sell. His goal is to where if he can hold it all back, he fucking will. Like that, more than money. And when you have that in this game, because the money comes, right? But it comes when you don't want it so bad. Like it comes when you want your project more than the money. You know what I mean? And the thing is, a time right now, like one thing Will said on the show that he was on a few weeks ago, hey, why even sell anything right now? Who gives a fuck? Let people kill themselves over what they need to do. Let the fucking bloodbath be the bloodbath. I won't partake in it because I'm not desperate. I'll fucking I'll be my little happy ass with my holdbacks, with my hands in the air, smoking my fucking spliffs, and not caring about shit. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you produce sick shit, you sell sick shit, and that's it. And people will want what you have if you're relevant. And the thing is, a lot of people don't believe in what they have. Not everyone, obviously, nobody here, but people who come into this and are on a hype train find out that they're producing something, they can't get the money they thought they were going to get it, and they don't believe in their other shit. So they don't.
Yeah, but they don't know what they have. That's the thing. Like,
don't know. They're just
that's
like,
the thing.
Dude.
Yeah, like I can breed my stuff and be excited for it. And even like let's say like I'm working on super OD monsoon stuff. Like I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I know enough my ball python genetics that I know that this is gonna be insane. And I know that I can pursue that dream and that project. And even if it, even if the market like monsoon crashes and whatever, I'm still gonna be the happiest kid on earth to produce those animals, and I'll hold them all back. I don't care. So if you know what you're doing, if you've done the homework on, what type of animals you have, the genetics and the projects, it all comes back to that in the end.
Yeah.
And you're also 2 steps ahead, bro. You're 2 steps ahead of that price drop.
Absolutely.
3 steps ahead of that price drop.
So if the monsoon drops, the OD monsoon's still there. And then if the OD monsoons drops, I haven't had days of ghost then.
How many people in this building right now are working with projects they had no fucking idea they'd be working with 5 years ago?
Oh, fuck yeah, man. For sure.
Like meaning like things landed in your lap for things like this to happen, right? And that's and this is why I'm like, dude, things will happen to you, Wiz, for one thing, growing like a motherfucker. Things will happen to you in this game just to show you that you're meant to be in this game, okay? And you'll be like, whoa, what the fuck? And dude, one of my biggest things that I love, super gravel, super asphalts into clowns, like those, and obviously many other combos you can do. I geeked out over Dorian's production. I think was it 2 years ago, 1 year ago when you made the first one, or it was a super gravel clown of some sort that you made.
Yeah, I made one last year. I made one this year too.
The last year, I haven't seen. I can't remember what the first this year looks like, but I know the last year is the one that made my phone break. That shit was fire. But I also looked at that like thinking, man, it's gonna be a long time before I ever make something like that. And I do want to say, shout to the homie fucking Golden Boy Constrictors out of Texas. I don't know if you guys ever fuck with my man Golden Boy.
Man Jonathan. Yeah,
Jonathan, bro.
Reptiles.
He set me up for success. He fucks with the podcast and he's my homie, and he put me in a position where I was able to make my first Mardi Gras. That Mardi Gras clown. You know what I mean? Based off him sending me the right snake to make that shit. So, and I would never expected that. If you would ask me 2 years ago, my MJ, you're gonna be making this snake, I would have been like, no, I can't even afford that shit. What do you mean? But telling you right now, man, it's just loyalty is one thing, right? But when you're just truly just there for somebody because you want to see them grow, things come back in your favor. It's like this energy thing that the reptile industry does for you. And when you're supportive and you're positive, it comes back to you. And honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, who in here had a fucking shitty clutch or maybe a shitty fucking moment during their season and it made up for it? And like
always,
like we're talking about like whatever you hit, just fucking shitting on all those things you're mad about. Now you're just like, I mean, dude, isn't that what happens in this? Like,
you can have 10 losses and 1 win, and the 1 win is the only one that matters.
It's the best thing in the world. But that's why it's like I almost look for losses. Like, not that I try to do them, but I look at like, okay, something good's about to happen. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's the spirit, man. That's it.
You have to look at it. And honestly, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say, like, for both of my Canadian brothers, like, look at what Antoine had to deal with, like, from that flood to the power outage, and then not only that, but to smash the odds on that. You remember that hypocount combo he hit was crazy, like, and that was from a pos head, if I'm not mistaken. So that one was a crazy one. And then Austin, like, I remember going to Austin's crib when he first had that special pos head monsoon. Like, people were like, nah, he ain't gonna produce it. Like, you remember it was even to the point where last year he went on vacation. I pulled a clutch for him and cut it. And I'm thinking, like, I'm about to see a monsoon. And then we didn't see. So I know he was crushed. So this year, when he called me on that on our live, I was like, holy shit, like, to see it all these years, like, he'll explain the story whenever he can, but to watch him from the beginning till now, I'm like, holy shit, like, that was not only a journey, that was like a Mission Impossible kind of story. Like, that shit was crazy. So
I was so anxious watching that video. Every time I saw it, I was like, oh my, I couldn't even watch it all the way through the first time, bro, because I was heartbroken for you. And look at you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way it works. You put the shit out there, you get it back, bro. That positive 100%. Energy reciprocation is real, man.
I got a question for Austin. I'm wondering, because this is always challenging for me, and I always thought like, fuck, what if you're on the leading front of a project to where you're so ahead of things to where, let's just say something does eventually come available, what do you price it at? You know what I mean? And so like, where are you at with that, Austin? Like if you ever have something that is so far out of people's reach and it's up to you to price it out, how does somebody go about that especially during a time like this? Like, are you better off not even pricing shit out right now and waiting, or what would be your advice on that?
I'm probably gonna wait, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I might as well breed what I got. So I got 2 male monsoon pieds and a female, and then I got a monsoon het pied. So I'm just holding on them back. And then I already have like, I don't know, like 70 something double het monsoon pieds. Like right now 25 or 26 are breeding, and then the rest are just growing up. So I can just wait. I waited long enough already.
That's right. He ain't lying too, because remember, he's been producing that shit. Like I was like, Austin, you gonna keep all this? Like, this is a lot of animals. Like, I have no choice. Like, remember, this is also when he, had that thought. So it's like you can't really sell it, only for it to, later on to realize, like, holy shit, I was right. So I remember,
if I sold it, I'd be kicking myself.
Yeah, I said, you gonna keep all this? Yup, I have no choice. I said, God damn.
I sold 2 pied possible het monsoons that are gonna prove out to Scales Unleashed. Shout out to Patrick. I regret it, Patrick. I regret selling it.
The best ones go.
Great price too. Like,
yeah.
It was high for like me not proving out monsoon, but now that I did, and now I know the markers in pied, like they got it. They pretty much stole the project, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in your
and
heart,
that's you blessing somebody else.
In your heart, Austin. In your heart, Austin, is there another recessive other than pied that's going to take monsoon to another level?
Oh, I'm putting it right now. I have it in almost everything coming here now. I have it coming inside of MJ Xanthic and then the MJ Xanthic pieds.
Sick. That's dope, man.
That's gonna be sick. Yeah.
Dreamsicles and lavenders I should be making next season. I have a female. She's a special triple het, and then I have a male pied double het. So
damn,
pretty close to that. And then Ultramel I should be hitting next year too. So and
that's
then
amazing.
Pied as well.
Ultramel monsoon. That's gonna be nuts.
That's amazing. But I'm gonna ask MJ this: when you say take it to another level, what do you mean? Because I'm gonna tell you this, man. I love that pattern so much that I want to keep that pattern.
Me too. Me too. That's the thing.
I mean, because I know what you're saying, bro. I know you don't like monsoon that much.
Whoa! When did I ever say that, dude? Whoa, dude!
Got the wrong place to say this, MJ.
Dude,
hey, let's spark a conversation.
Okay. No, when did I say that? When did I say I don't like monsoon? That's messed up.
You said it's okay.
I never said you're bringing up old shit, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, it's a simple comment.
Austin, don't listen to him, Austin. He's trying to.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Look, what I'd say is this: I love the pattern. I loved it the minute I saw it. I'm finally working it now. I don't want to change the pattern that much.
But aren't you curious to know what can? So you know what not to do?
But I feel like if you change it, then it's not a monsoon. Like what makes a monsoon is that pattern, right? Like that Burmese granite, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Granite Burmese.
I always compare it to the granite berm. I love the granite berm.
Awesome.
Yeah, was it one of my favorite combo in any reptile possible? The granite berm is amazing.
Okay, one of my favorite genetics that's not really, I mean, it's here, but not here as it like it is in Germany, is that fucking Cosmo gene. You know how much I fucking love that Cosmo gene, bro. But I'm starting to see that it's kind of better, less is more. Like I'm starting to see, like, as it's in a bunch of other stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. But one thing I love about that Cosmo, it makes it look like a wild snake. It makes it look like a snake, like a Timor. I don't know if you guys know what a Timor python is, but I have a lot of Timor pythons, and I was looking at this guy. His name was Rolf or something. What's his name? Or Ralph Sims. Yeah. Shout out to Ralph Sims. No English, by the way. I already tried getting him on the show. But yeah, dude, I was trying to fucking just kind of geek out over the Cosmos, and I'm realizing that, dude, it's less is more. And so, mind you, we have to respect that too. Like, right? Like, I mean, there has to be a time and place where we look at a gene and all these different directions we're taking it, and we're like, wait a minute, maybe it's best as is versus trying to fucking get all typical ball python with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think with monsoon that it's gonna be hard to even change that pattern. There's so like with clown it didn't do much.
Yeah.
Even with pied, I think it's gonna be identical without the pastel because it's almost identical with the pastel. And you even have some of the monsoon pattern bleeding through the pastel dorsal, and it looks identical to a monsoon. So even I just think that monsoon.
And she did a great job.
That's what I'm saying. So when we add these new genes, I don't think it's going to try to so much really change that monsoon look, but just give it a little bit of a different appearance. But you're still gonna have that aspect of monsoon. It's always going to be there. It's
just open up the pattern to add some colors in it. That's all it needs. OD Yellow Belly and she monsoon. You open it up, you bring some flames, some orange colors, and fire to light it up the whole snake.
Even calico.
There's so many things. Calico,
Guys,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys,
Cypress, spot nose, That's it. Cypress.
Cypress monsoon. That's gonna be crazy.
Cypress monsoon.
Yeah.
Because Cypress kind of messes with pattern as well. So
so many things.
Hurricane too.
But what if Cypress makes monsoon wobble? That would suck, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it would really suck. But
you understand the possibility with what we do? This is what's fucking crazy. Is we could put one gene into something, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's over.
Yeah, but you probably need a link to have the Cypress. Let's say the Cypress monsoon wobble. You have a link between. You need to have that link between the two, where I don't think there is.
Spider I'm saying what if Spider somehow became a fucking relevant thing because whatever monsoon's in it. You just never. I hope God.
No, but I get what you're saying. You never know what can happen realistically.
Right, but this is why you don't put Spider into things.
Yeah.
But okay, are we talking? I do want to shout out the super chat because this guy, man, shout out to him. It's a loaded question, right? Because he wants to always know the main morph of the future in the next. Well, actually, no, he's asking for one. Last time he asked for 10 or something, the top 10. I was like, bro, what? And I have to end, but let's respectfully answer this man's question right now. Because we're talking like monsoon. It could be it. I mean, based off of what Austin's saying. But who wants to go here first? And thank you for the happy 400, man. But his question is, what morph do you think is going to be the staple in the next 5 years? All right, Wiz says puzzle clown. I'm just kidding. No. Okay, puzzle from Wiz. Who wants to go next?
Sentinel.
Yeah. Whoa. Who said Sentinel?
I did. Yeah.
I just got in the Sentinel game too, baby.
That's it.
Why can we call it paint, please?
All my lineage comes from some Sentinel stuff. Whatever I have actually one paint animal. This one I call paint. All the double hats, triple hats I made, I still call triple hat with paint. The rest is with Sentinel. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. They're both the same thing. I prefer Sentinel as far as the name goes. I know the market is more into paint, but realistically, that gene paint Sentinel, I think is one of the next ones.
Mm-hmm. Respect. Well, Jaffe, you said something. I heard you say something, Jaffe. What'd you say?
Hurricane. I'm gonna say hurricane.
Hurricane.
We got Levance in the building, so I got hurricane.
You're watched.
All right. Austin, where you at, Austin?
I think it might be monsoon, depending on how it reacts with other genes. That's the thing. It hasn't been with enough. The craziest ones I've seen so far was probably anything with leopard. The leopard ones have just been insane. And I think Billy hit a leopard pastel Mojave, and Nasty Morphs picked that up. Shout out to them. And
say the genetics again. What was it?
Pastel leopard Mojave.
A pastel leopard Mojave monsoon.
Monsoon.
I was like, wait, what?
I was like, where's
the leopard? That's the future. The Stavi leopards.
Okay, so pastel leopard Mojave monsoon. Okay. Yeah. And here we are talking about staple OG genes that were once popular in a Kodam era, making a comeback just because of monsoon being involved. Respect. Dorian, where we at?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wiz and agree with him on the puzzle stuff. Yeah, and then also I think that the yellow belly complex and in general is gonna get a little bit more shine because as we get more complicated, you're not gonna be wanting to make white snake. So you're gonna start seeing some more Spectre. You're gonna start seeing more spar, gravel, asphalt, all that stuff too. So
sleeper gene, Spectre. I'm gonna tell you that. I think Spectre is some of the Spectre clowns that made recently, man. The Super Strike clowns actually. Holy crap. Crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy. Yeah,
crazy. In my opinion, better than freeway or highway clowns. Just personal opinion. I'm not heavily into the super stripe clown. I have more like super astral stuff, but super stripe clowns are insane.
Yeah, I got a super stripe cryptic growing up, bro, and yeah, man, that's the shit to do.
Let's hear Emilio's. Emilio, what is it?
I have a really hard time choosing one, but I'll have to agree with Austin because overall it's held its value amazingly throughout the years. Monsoon, puzzle, Exantic, white lace stuff. It's hard to say one.
Yeah.
You know?
But you have to. It's just for fun, Emilio. Please, come on.
If you put my feet to the fire, I have to say Monsoon.
I like it.
Wow. Even over Exantic? Yeah. Exantic's your bread and butter.
Exantic, look, you know my opinion on Exantic. Exantic's taking over the game right now with that DG Exantic clown combo, with what you could do with Hypo. But Monsoon is incredible. And remember, when we talk of Exantic and even Puzzle, you have to add other genes to make it more sexy, right? So Monsoon is sexy across the board for me.
Yeah.
Sexy.
All right, I'm gonna go. My turn.
I like it.
My turn. Hypo. And
hey,
I'm telling you,
like
you're not wrong.
Salute.
You're not wrong.
Hypo is slapping all you haters in the face right now. I'm telling you right now.
You got Colin smiling.
There are combos. There are combos dropping with Hypo being involved that are making a whole fucking goddamn internet breakage happening. I'm telling you right now. All right.
Yeah.
And
Hypo is better than DG.
I think so. I think from all of our answers, I think MJ takes the cake. Hypo is definitely the future of this industry for the next 5 years at least. I do agree.
Look what Hypo and Puzzle does to each other. You know what I mean?
Like Hypo Puzzle 10 times over a DG Puzzle, in my personal opinion.
Yes, but we're
True
talking
Ghost is incredible.
Yeah. I think True Ghost should be worked more for sure. I think if you really want to get the purest side of a Hypo, you got to go True Ghost for sure.
I agree.
And you know, it's funny. I didn't realize like the true story, not story, but the meaning of the True Ghost, and that's Exantic Hypo, correct? That's what that True Ghost is. It a specific line of Exantic or no?
No.
Line of Exantic.
Anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't. I think it's really hard to say what's going to be what, but you got to, you know, based on what we see, what's breaking the fucking internet is when we see Hypo involved.
My best sales, always Hypo stuff. Always Hypo stuff.
Yeah. Like my backup plan is like, you know, mind you, before I even knew I would get into double recessive stuff, like when I thought, okay, this is all I could afford, but I'm happy with it, was GHI Hypo shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck if this is all I'm producing, I'm happy with it. Because it was like Pestavi, GHI Hypos, and they would sell like hotcakes. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just in a happy place. And that was always like my zen was the GHI. And it still is to this day. Like my goal is to have super GHI Hypo stuff in all DG Clown or whatever the fuck I could put it in. Not Sunset.
The game goes around, man. Like Hypo used to be frowned upon 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it was disrespected, bro. Now it's back and it's gonna get better and better. I was one of those guys that sold my Hypo stuff. That was a big mistake, you know?
Yeah,
I remember
Hypo
when
aged the best out of anything, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I remember when no, it's all good. I remember when everyone was going crazy for mimosas, champagne Hypo.
Yeah.
That was like Austin's laughing because that shit was crazy. People were going nuts just for a Hypo champagne. You know, and to come up with the name Mimosa, that's genius, you know. So I think that saved the champagne for a little bit. I remember when champagnes were 1,000 just for a single gene.
And it was a lot more than that.
I mean,
well, when I got into ball pythons, it was 1,000.
Yeah, it's like everything, man. When they come in, it comes in hard. You know
how sad is that? All we have to say is I remember when DG Clowns were 10,000.
Yeah, man.
And that wasn't that long ago.
What, 2 weeks ago or something?
Hey, but that said, guys, when a snake drops a tier, a lot of them sell too, man. So don't sleep on that. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of DG Clowns selling. You know?
For sure.
Now, listen, if we're at a show and then you hear, like, let's just say, for example, you have Blackhead Clown stuff, and then X, Y, and B has Blackhead Clown stuff too, but it's like it's priced probably $500, $700 less than yours, right? What do you do then?
Comes back to quality.
Hold strong.
Say what?
Quality.
Comes back to quality. There's different quality of everything. So if someone's 600, 700, 1,000 less than you, and you look at the quality, if you've done your homework and your quality is good, you can ask, bigger prices.
Quality and stature in the game, because a guy like Austin, all of you on here, you're not gonna freaking price match some dude. You know what I mean? You're not doing yourself any you're not giving yourself the respect you deserve.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
And on top of that, the animal,
right?
You have a number where you're comfortable to sell an animal. If you're not there, don't sell it, bro.
Yeah, it'll come back home, bro.
And that obviously relates to even your morph market too, because I mean that's where a lot of this shit is being wheeled and deal. I mean, okay, first and foremost, morph market in general. How's everyone feel about morph market?
It's about the same, honestly. I like a couple of the changes in
same as what? What do you mean? Like just same as it always was, or what do you mean?
Yeah, as far as my interaction with it, like I still only own it as much as I am, but I don't have any animals for sale on Morph Market either. So I probably got a different interaction than everybody else with it.
I mean, it's doing well, bro. I can't complain about the platform itself. The sales are there, you know?
But like I noticed a feature that's on there that like it kind of made me cringe, but I understand it's probably smart in a time like this. Is how like you could do like automatically discount your whole store or something like that. Like it should
put it on sale.
Should not put on sale, right? But then I'm like, fuck, I want to avoid that at all costs. Me personally, I don't want to fucking look like I'm selling shit. Like
what it's doing is causing a rave where everyone does the same thing.
Right.
Everyone feels like they have to put an animal on sale because everyone else is putting an animal on sale. You know,
and I don't want to disrespect anyone doing that. Is anyone doing that here? Is anyone taking advantage?
I put a couple animals on sale.
Yeah, me too.
It's not a big deal, but I'm not gonna put my whole store on sale.
No.
But at the same time, if you have a store, it's nice to be able to put an animal on sale if you want to put it on sale. Because everyone does all these Black Friday sales or these buy two get one free sales. So now Morph Market, what they did is they allowed their customers to have their stores and offer a sale here and there. You know, I don't think it's wrong.
That's cool.
Black Friday, everything gonna be red on Morph Market.
Oh,
that's gonna be something.
Yeah, all the numbers gonna be red,
man.
Yeah.
Now, DG Clown for 500.
Yep.
Nah, don't say that.
I'll take them all,
man.
Now I feel like what are your guys' opinion on what makes a quality animal? How about that? Let's talk about that. What in your guys' opinion, what makes a quality animal? A ball python, obviously, what we're talking about.
When you can look at it and ID it and not have to say pass.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
That's good. I agree.
So you like
lineage has a little bit to do with it because if you got an Orange Dream and it's from Ozzy stock, you know what I'm saying, or you got something that anything from Canova, you know what I mean, like that has a little bit of weight to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oftentimes, it's the work you've done with your incomplete dominance. If you have the quality line of chocolate, quality Hurricane, quality OD, you've done your homework there. I think your animals are going to be amazing afterwards. Like this year I picked up some animals, like super simple stuff like OD and Yellow Belly, but like high OD, deep color. I just want to run that again in my puzzle and my monsoon, and just start it over. We have time for it. It's the time where we can do it. Just shelf it up, like raise nice quality, and I think that's most of the incomplete dominant stuff.
I'm with Antoine on that. You want someone to know, okay, damn, that's from this guy.
Yeah.
Just by seeing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you want.
And some of the most respected people in the game have that. Like, Levance is in the building, but we know when we see a straight fire, when we see a straight fire fucking animal posted, we know who it came from. You know what I mean? Yep. But mind you, dude, that takes years to accomplish. I feel like, he earned that right. Him and Wesley earned that right to have an animal where people know it came from straight fire because he's doing it year after year after year after year and has only been sitting on the best quality of genes. But also,
wait.
Yeah, I think really, man, I feel like you gotta you got to know who out there who you trust, who has the best quality of genes. And I'm talking about when you're just adding stuff, you know, because for the most part, a lot of these people coming in are trying to figure out who to buy from because yeah, that price looks good, right? But is that quality is that quality behind that price?
There you go.
That's what's important, right? Because everyone likes to sell, and I feel like sales could be very misleading in a fucking industry like this. Like you almost don't want a discounted animal if we're talking about quality here, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. And mind you, like you have one or two, but if we're looking at a fucking someone's Morph Market store and everything's 25% off, or everything's like fucking red fucking dealed, it's kind of like what's going on?
You have too many animals, you can't house them, you're not feeding them enough. What's the deal, you know?
Right. So but I always listen, one thing that always made me feel good about what I was doing is because I respected the work of where this snake came from. You know, I mean, a lot of my stuff all started from Miguel, like, and I was just, I mean, I don't have to say much. It's Miguel, and so I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And then it never branched out much from there. Like I always kept it minimal because you don't need to look far for quality, but you can be misled and buy snakes from somebody who ain't pushing quality. Because like we said about pastel not being all created equal, well, why do you think fucking DG clowns are being slashed? Because they're not all created equal. Not all DG clowns look like DG clowns. Some look like heads. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
100%.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro.
Thank God for the testing. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
They're missing some letters. They're missing some letters.
They're definitely missing some letters, bro.
Yeah. Another
fire clown, sir.
Yeah. Another thing for us as breeders is like we produce stuff and sometimes we're humble. So when you get compliments on a combo, then it's like, yeah, you know what, this does look nice. So I feel like with that too, it's like, you know, I shoot a picture to Austin, like, what do you think this? Like, what do you think about you? That's nice. That's nice. So, you know, it's like sometimes you just get that extra eye to help you. Not to say show you the light, but you know what I mean. Like sometimes we're just too humble. We get used to it, right? So.
But there's also going to be times where we have to rely on our own gut instinct, like a lot.
100%.
Like we could get maybe advice from like five out of 6 homies said that shit's whack, but something in your stomach is like, I don't know, man. Like that, I feel like this shit's not whack. And if that's what you feel, then
jump on it.
MJ, if it's ugly, it's ugly. Just say it. I mean,
yeah, but no, I guess.
I mean,
but what I'm saying is
go out there and pretend something's nice.
But what I'm saying is if I make something sick and so what, it has Lester in it, who gives a fuck? It's still sick, right? That's what I'm talking about. Or if I make something sick and it has pastel in it, well, who gives a fuck? Like, look how it looks. You know what I mean? And I feel like
there's cats out there posting snakes that are completely stacked that look like mud, and they're showing them off.
Hey, listen, I gotta tell anybody out there who needs to listen to this, you ain't fooling nobody with your filters. I gotta tell you, you want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? And if you're a respected breeder in this and you're using filters, that's caca. Like that's not like I could tell by your palm, buddy. Like you should be able to see the lines, and you be looking at some of these palms, and it's like a fucking gloss. Like and
MJ.
And these fucking RHACS don't even understand that if some of them post multiple pictures and it's like a different snake but just no filter, and you're like, bro, why's your palm white? It was red in the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, bro, and honestly, I don't respect people who use filters. I'm not gonna lie, bro. With you, bro, you're faking whatever funk that you need to fake for nothing.
Fake the funk. What you ashamed of, bro? What you ashamed
of, filter boy or girl? But I'm just saying, you're fooling nobody. Like, I'm just stop using filters. You know what I mean? God damn.
That's why I do all my pictures. I bite MJ, bro. I go outside, find me a nice little sunny spot, and I'll be like, whoop, whoop.
Motherfuckers think you're using filters. Bro, the people think I use. I'm like, bro, that's a natural sunlight, buddy. And you got to get it. You got to get it the morning time where it's still shaded, and that's I'm telling you right now. It don't that blue light, that tint light that the daylight gives you, don't beat it, bro. In my opinion.
Yeah, overcast. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Them overcast when it look. Max, bro. It looks so good. So
just in the house, just pulling drawers out, picking them out, going outside,
running outside,
pictures. Outside. Like, bro, I got 2 weeks worth of content now.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to realize that the lighting is so good. Is like, bro, take advantage of this shit right now. And mind you, like you could that shit's good. You can post that shit down the road or whatever.
Wifey be like, "Oh, you must be making reels," because I be boom up the stairs outside, boom down the stairs. Okay. Make them real. Yep.
I want to go around the horn real quick. I want to talk about maybe some things you could have done differently that you kind of maybe think about. And it could be anything like, man, I shouldn't have dumped that project, or I shouldn't have invested this into this so quickly, whatever. But anything that you guys think about that you could maybe throw out to any listeners out there who are up and coming, just like all of us once were, and just maybe throw some advice out there, or maybe something that you want to just have an awareness out there, like, yo, don't do this like I did, or maybe just not that it was a wrong move, but it's something that you just didn't know until it happened, that type of thing.
That's a good question.
Let's go.
Damn, I think I wish I would have. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know.
Austin is on Austin's on cloud 9. Just leave, we'll go lock.
He left cloud. He's on cloud 17.
Yeah. I want to hear from my man Dorian. Go first, Dorian.
I was going to say probably what I would have done differently is I probably would have got less animals. I don't regret the amount of money that I invested, but it would have been less animals and just more like bangers, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, probably, a few less hits, a couple more double visuals, things of that nature. But I'm still happy with where I'm at, because once they start breeding and you start producing stuff, you start thinking about what you can do with them. It's like, oh, I'm good.
Let's be honest. Hets matter when you have the patience, right? Like that.
Oh, for sure.
That's when you don't care that it's a het because it came through in the clutch, and that's why I don't mind holding back hets, because in my eyes that's a visual. I mean, yeah, they're not. We're talking about different odds once it's paired, but I put that fucking that good juju in the air, and I'm like, this is a visual in my eyes, and I pair it like a visual, and that's it, and I just fucking keep it moving.
Well, with the testing, you can do that now.
Right.
So.
Right. Oh my God.
True.
Right.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Jaffe.
Yeah, I'd say honestly, if I went back in time, I'd probably focus a little bit more. My collection was already small, so yeah, I'd probably go maybe a bit smaller. It's not like I got like maybe 30, maybe 40 with babies, so I might go a little bit smaller and then get more green trees. That's what I would do.
Oh,
I'd get more green trees. So I get more green trees.
They happy as hell right now.
Man,
I made myself happy.
I got me all feeling warm and tingling.
I get more green trees.
Yeah. Jaffe had that answer prepped before we got on.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's hear from Wiz. All right, Wiz, what you got?
Honestly, I wish I would have got a lot more of my codoms in super form early in the game, because they make a lot higher quality single gene forms to me when it comes from a super, first of all. And second of all, like with those more subtle genes, you don't have to play the pos game, you don't have to play the guessing game, you don't have to play the question mark game, you just know, you know what I'm saying? So
right,
that's true.
That's what I would have did. I mean, now that I got supers, I treat them shits like recessives all day, because
well, they are.
It's giving away two copies of the gene. Yeah, exactly. It's giving away 2 copies just like a recessive. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go up to
I think personally, a little bit of what Jaffe said. I kind of thinned myself out a little bit in the beginning, buying into too many different projects. Still today, there's some projects I'm not in that I really like, but I don't want to go into it. I took some different routes with different things, and not necessarily from like the space or the breeding plans or whatnot, mostly from the investment perspective. There's a lot of stuff that I wish I would have invested more heavily into to get more ahead in those projects. And just by being in Monsoon, Clown, Puzzle, Sentinel, all those different projects, that if you want to be ahead, you got to spend that money. I think I thinned myself a little bit on that, but it's just a matter of time now. And those projects, like I have all the rest, so it's just going to be a matter of playing my cards well and mixing it and just waiting. But if I had to start over again, maybe there's some of the stuff that I would probably invest in more, in some more condensed projects.
Big E. Well,
for me, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. But if I had to go back and do a couple things different, I would have kept my hypo stuff. I would have got into puzzle a little earlier.
Yeah.
And I would have had a bigger impact with DG in my collection.
Yes.
But I fixed all that this year and last year. So, I mean, you identify the issues and fix them, you know?
Yeah. But you have to fix them. You don't identify them and then feel sorry for yourself. You have to fucking make the move. As much as it might be a pain in the ass, or you might have to pivot here or there, you got to do it, or else otherwise what's going to change? Nothing's going to change.
Nothing.
And I'll go before Austin goes. I easily could have been making what I'm making this year like 4 years ago, and that's basically just simply putting a clown to a hypo and but then again, I couldn't really see the future of double recessives. But the mistake that I made for the first 2 years of breeding was breed what was popular that year, or I bred for what would sell the best, and that was my problem. I tried to make something that I felt like would sell the quickest and what would kind of make me money, and I didn't think of the long run until I realized what was happening for the future with double recessives and triple recessives. So don't fucking make snakes for that year. Or the year you're breeding. Like, if you're in 2023, don't be making snakes for 2023 at all. Period.
Yeah.
You need to be
making them for 2025.
Yes,
110%.
Yep. And it always it stays like that each year, is what I'm saying. Once you're in that year, that season, it's over. It's that decision was made 2-3 years ago. It's already over. It's down. It's fucked. But when you make pairings for that year, I think you're gonna be a low to nothing more than a mid-shelf type breeder to have stuff available. So, Austin, what you got for us, Austin?
So, like, stepping away from morphs and stuff, I'm thinking more about like equipment. Like, I wish I got into like ultrasounding my stuff a lot sooner. I think ultrasounding is like very crucial, like especially if you don't have a lot of males in your collection, or even don't even have a big collection, but you just want to stay on top of your pairings, get the most out of your female. I think ultrasound is really key, especially if you have bigger collection as well.
That's a good one too.
I mean, especially if you have males that are very important. I mean, if male needs to go to more than one female, it makes all the sense in the world to have an ultrasound. You would say, right?
Yeah, like the way I built my collection, I always built it mostly using males.
Right.
So, like, I spend a lot of money on a male, and then I'd have to put that to everything. And then doing that, like, I'd overwork them, right?
Yeah.
But like, I wish I had the ultrasound. I would have known when to pair them, when not to pair them, when I was wasting the sperm. And it worked out well, but it would have been a lot better if I had the ultrasound.
So, but right now you're fully using it, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, like every 2-3 weeks.
Awesome. One thing you said on the episode I had you on last time, you said that you don't mind leaving the male in for a little bit longer, even after a lock. Like, you don't pull them too quick, right?
No.
Are you even doing that now, even with an ultrasound? Like, you let him get like what is it, a couple locks in, or you just let him chill for a little bit? What do you like to do?
Like, usually it's like 5 to 7 days they're in there.
Okay.
Like a whole week.
Okay.
And I usually don't put them from bin to bin. I give them like 2 or 3 days off. I never pair on the same day. It's always like sporadic. But yeah, I think that leaving them in there a little longer. I heard some stuff from Europe of like breeders doing that in the follicles growing a little bit faster. It seems to work, so I've just always been doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, ever since you said that, I was like, well, I mean, it makes no sense, especially if you don't have a male going to a bunch of females. Well, what's the rush? Why even pull that male? You let him chill until the 5-7 days and then pull. How many of you guys like to feed in between breaks? Do all you guys feed your male once he gets a break? Is that like a Mando thing for you guys?
Right. Shout out to Antoine from High Desert, man. He said he'd take his male out, throw him in the tub, give him a little rat pup or something for a treat right away, bro.
Something small,
that's what I do. Yep, something small, and they smack it. You know what I mean? And then if they gotta wait a week till the next feeding day, they're fine, because they'll eat on feeding day too, because they just ate a pup.
Yeah,
and usually it's 2-3 days. They have a pup. I give them time to digest them, and then it's back, with the next girl or whatnot.
It kind of shows you how much food a ball python needs to kind of have the energy to breed. And these males that are being, and Will Morrows was the one who put me on game with this, because he says that every time he separates a male, he puts a little tiny rat pup, right? And mind you, because if you give that thing a small rat, it's gonna go in the shed. It's gonna and then once that thing's shed, that thing's out of the game for fucking, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that, Yeah. But also, they don't need a lot of food during this time. They just need enough to keep them going. But it's also vital and important that they're eating. Like I feel like one thing you don't want with the male is to shut off food. Because once he shuts off food, in my opinion, that'd be stupid to pair that snake once he's off. But mind you, people don't stop. People will still pair the shit out of a male if it's off food.
Yeah, and that's crazy to me, man.
But also that's what I mean. That's what's going down for the most part, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's kind of what leads a male to go downhill is when that happens. I feel like once you have a male,
dangerous.
Yeah, breeding takes a lot out of them.
Right. So, but also makes sense how important an ultrasound is now. You know, if we're talking about all this stuff, you know, I think Austin nailed it on the head. Like if you're trying to be someone who's trying to hit these odds and you got a lot going on with this one male, you're basically, it's like kind of having a fucking snake go into the law enforcement without a fucking bulletproof vest. You know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Like you're just basically protecting this thing at all costs, which I feel like is, for the most part, where most males that are relevant, we're talking fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that a lot of people spend on a male. So why not even go a little bit extra? And mind you, is there a preference to ultrasounds right now? Like I always had the one I wanted, and it's really expensive. But is there an ultrasound out there that is preferred, or something that you guys like, or any recommendations when it comes to ultrasounds, or is it all pretty much generic?
Yeah, I
just got the little contact joint from Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon.
Just make sure you get a linear probe.
A what?
Linear probe, so it's flat, like a flat line.
Wiz, I got a question for you.
They had one that was curved. Yeah, what's up?
Did you know that you can rewind on there on the contact? Somebody told me that the other day. So you can, you can go through
on IG.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
really?
that's crazy. I hadn't seen it. Yeah, somebody told me about it.
Yeah,
you can go through and do the ultrasound, and then you could go in and then
go back and measure.
I was like, man, I wish I would have known that 2 years ago, bro.
So it stores it. It stores for how long though, or how far back can you go?
I don't know. Idea. I know
even if it's just a couple seconds, that's all I need.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, if I could get it and then just let her go and go back and measure.
I gotta watch the video again. It's on IG. Yeah,
instead of trying to freeze.
I messaged the guy and I told him, "Yo, mad kudos, bro."
Yeah.
Need to watch that ultrasound.
Ultrasound is a 2-person job though, no? Or can you do a solo dolo?
I always do that alone.
Like a foot pedal would be nice, but now that I can rewind, it's like I don't really need help anymore. Like we're good.
Damn.
Because it's just hard to hit the freeze button. You know what I'm saying? While you got the probe on there. I used to take them out and put them on my lap. Now I just leave the girls in the tub and ultrasound them right in the tub.
Yeah, my old school ass finally got one. 3 months ago.
Shit.
Bro, it's a game changer, man.
So the average cost is like what? Like 2 G's or like a little less, or how much?
No, it's only like 1,300-1,500.
Yeah, I paid like 14.
Yep.
Big ass bulky one though, right? It's like a fucking it's like this big, or how big is it?
Nah, it's like a laptop.
Like a laptop.
It's in a little carrying bag, bro. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you get the linear. Like, there's different probe options. Get the linear probe. It's gonna come with a curved one, and it's curved the other way. It don't fit the snake.
How much was the learning curve as far as getting to understand the ultrasound? Was that did it take a couple weeks, or is it just something where like practice makes perfect? And
it took an hour.
An hour.
It was a little bit of time. Yep. Once you find the gallbladder, you good every time.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's a certain part of the body that matters. That's and that's where you need to, I mean, I've seen it go down. I think ball python eggs are a lot easier to spot than the fucking python. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Listen, I got to wrap up topic here before we end tonight's epic fucking special here. I want to know exactly what you guys. Let's kind of look at it like where you have a really good homie and he's coming into the game. Like, and mind you, he's not involved with none of this. Like, no attachment to the reptile industry. He happens to see what you're doing and he's fucking interested. Maybe he has some loot. Maybe, he could dabble, but this is your homie. We're talking a good friend of yours. How do we advise this good friend coming into what we're doing in 2023?
Don't buy snakes. Do your research. Do research first. Geek out, man. Literally watch, hundreds of YouTube videos, scroll Morph Market, go into the old World of Ball Python, go to expos, chat with people. Don't buy snakes right away. Buying snakes is the mistake at first. Like, I don't think personally that this is, the clever way to get in. You buy things, you're just going to buy whatever comes up, and you're going to overlook quality because you don't know what quality is. Just nerd out, geek out, be passionate about it. And once you're really confident that, you've seen something good, start buying.
I like that.
I agree completely.
I'd show him green tree pythons.
What did you say, Jaffe?
I'd show him green tree pythons.
You would tell your homie just go green tree pythons, not the ball.
Nah,
I'm serious.
I'm playing. I show him green trees. But of course, if he wants to go ball pythons, I teach him everything. I tell him.
I'm gonna ask you a real question right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it didn't matter. Like, let's just say like a powerful source came down and was like, Jaffe, I could either get you a room full of whatever fucking dream project of ball pythons you want, or I can give you a room full of whatever dream chondros you want. And these chondros are all nido free. They're healthy. Like, what do you want right now, Jaffe? What would you pick? Don't lie.
You know the answer, MJ.
I want to hear
green tree, baby.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
Think of it like this. I already know a lot about ball pythons, right? Green trees, I'm just starting to learn about. So for me, it's more about the learning process than it is about keeping. Like, keeping in general. Yeah. It's about I know like for example, if I need help, I can ask like 1,000, even millions of people of how to breed a ball python, this and that. Green tree, it's so hard, everything about a green tree. Since I was a kid, I was 12. No, it was what? I was like, I think 12 years old when I first seen a green tree. The same time I seen a ball python. So it's like, for me, it was a dream of mine. So I know ball pythons, but green trees, I'm learning still. So based off of that, and then on top of that, you see some of this shit. You know Bill's crib. You see Marshall's crib. You see Christian Stewart. These are names these guys probably don't know, but you and I, we know these crazy names. So I think for sure green tree, 100%.
I love it. Keeping it real. Dorian.
I'd have him come over here and clean.
That's good.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
that's good.
Come over here.
Paces.
Yeah, come over here and clean them up before you
do the dirty work and then have fun.
Yeah, and we'll go to some shows, introduce you to some people. We'll just go from there. But start off like cleaning the baby.
That's good.
I like that. Yeah, man.
Hey, show them the rodent bill.
Yeah.
Damn.
That too. It's a bill, bro. It's just like this is like having a bunch of kids in here, man. They gotta eat, gotta clean them. It's just like, bro.
Yep.
I mean, people really don't understand it until it's there. And mind you, like, people have day-to-days, and some people have really tough, really bad, tiring days, and they go home to, guess what? A bunch of fucking snakes that need you.
Yep.
But the good ones don't care about how tired they are. The good ones don't give a fuck how many hours they put in. What needs to happen is those snakes need to be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Hey, real quick. Dude, there's this kid in Fort Lauderdale, bro. He bought a $5,000 DG clown not so long ago, right? And this guy is complaining to me about rodent prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. The hell's going on with you, bro?
It's like buying a Bentley and complaining about putting gas in it,
Exactly.
Just like, stop.
I don't even have a solid rodent producer in terms of just rats. So, I wish I had that, let alone complain about rat prices.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off topic here, man, but I don't know how many of you guys are needing to understand how scary it is going through any rodent company that provides third-party rodents. All right. Yeah. If you need to look into that, look into your rodent company and say, where do they get their rodents from? Find out where they get their mice from. Find out where they get their rats from. And if they can't provide information on where they get their mice from, dude, you're good luck. That's all I gotta say.
I've heard out there that there's a lot of people using Chinese rodents, buying frozen containers and shit.
There's a lot of information out there right now. What's happening, and there's like lawsuits happening too, from what I heard. So it's just saying, be careful out there. It's just not worth it. It's not because we think about how much we sacrifice our time and energy for these animals. Why would you feel one day if you busted your ass feeding them one night and you wake up the next day they're all rolled out?
Yeah, bro.
Well, that's happened to a couple people, and it's fucking.
It's gave me the chill.
It happens a lot more than you think, bro.
Yeah, so definitely, that's why I'm like, man. It almost makes all the sense in the world if you could produce your own rodents. And if not, go through someone who is producing them. Like, just go to the source. Don't go through a fucking third party. And that's what a lot of these major rodent companies are. They're third party dealers, dude. And it's like, fuck, just be careful, man. Just that's all I gotta say. You don't want, it's just not worth it, But all right, Emilio, who would you tell your homie, bro? The rodent bill? Is that what you tell him? You show him the rodent bill? Is that what you honestly, what would be your advice?
I think Dorian, sorry, hit it perfectly. Come clean, come work the animals, come feed them, check out the rodent bill. I mean, I think that's it right there.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I do like that.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I think Antoine hit it perfectly. Do your put the work in, man. Learn the game, learn the genetics, and take it slow,
Austin, what you got to say to end this out?
Maybe like 2 years ago, one of my boys from when we were younger, he wanted to get in, so I kind of made him do a little bit what Antoine said. I made him watch a lot of videos, made sure he liked it, brought him over, showed him my projects, and I asked him what project he wanted to get into. And then he picked one, and then I let him get a snake. We did split pairings together. Now he has a couple of snakes. I still have his collection with me, but he's just not in a position to take care of it where he lives right now, so he can't do it. But he's still really much into it, and he's in some really good projects. We have some split pairings happening right now. I helped him out a lot, so he's definitely, when he's in a position to take it on by himself, he's definitely going to be ahead of a lot of people because I put him in that position. That's what I think you should really do to your homie if it's your real homie, right?
Yeah.
Take them under your wing, mentor them.
And
the game. Yeah.
We all start at a level, and that's level 1 when we come into this, but it's not what you know, it's who you know. I'm only at where I'm at in this fucking game because of the people I met, the people the relationships, and that goes for all you guys. All you motherfuckers are related to some sort of heavy hitter in this game that just helps you get to that next level. And that's mind you, because good things happen to good people, man. If you're good to people, good things will come by you, and it will just levitate everything. And I wasn't always a good person, but this game made me want to be a good person or a better person, and I realized the gift it gives you back. It's nonstop of meeting people that you would have never met if it wasn't for the reptiles. And this is why this all-star lineup is so special, man. Because you guys all have so much relevancy to the reptile industry, not even just the ball python game, to the entire industry. Because guess what reptile industry sits on? The ball pythons, man. Reptile industry would not be shit without the ball pythons. We're carrying this shit. The ball pythons are carrying the reptile industry, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? And listen, a lot of youth, lot of future to be rolled out with all you guys here. Before we sign out, we're going to sign off first with Antoine, DPR Cold Blood. Antoine, we had just shy of 120 people tapped in tonight. What would you like to say to all your supporters, Americans, Canadians, all around the world, man? What do you have to say to all the people who support you?
It's a blessing, man. I'm doing what I love. I'm living out of my passion, and it's it's a true blessing. And having all those people giving that support is fantastic. Thank you to everyone.
Dorian, what do you have to say, man? Just shy of 120 people tonight. What do you have to say?
Thanks everybody. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm happy to be on the 400th episode. Happy to share the stage with these guys here. Met them all great people. So just looking forward to the next 400 episodes. Looking forward to seeing where the hobby goes, man. Don't let this downtime, whatever's going on, don't let it distract you, bro. Just keep pushing, keep moving.
Yeah. Hey, what do I got to do to get you to Reptile Super Show, man? How can I get you on the West Coast?
Man, I got the homies at MORPH Menagerie. They've been pushing me to try to come out there. So it might happen. It might happen. I'll let you know.
Brett and Gabby, right?
Yeah, Brett and Gabby.
Yeah, I always see Brett out here. I just don't see Gabby, and she's holding it down as a mom. So props to her.
Yeah, Brett's the one peer pressure me to get me out there. So.
Well, man, let me know once that happens. I'll take care of you, bro. I appreciate you, and thanks for being here tonight, Dorian. It means a lot, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jaffe, what you got to say, man? All the support and love out there.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone, tapping in, watching us tonight. Also, just want to preach, stay kind, stay humble, help one another, because without that, we can't move as a hobby. And also to follow everyone here. Make sure you guys follow everyone here, social media, YouTube, if they got them, and Patreons, everything. So, that's support goes a long way. So with these guys, obviously, helps me push forward. So,
and it costs nothing to support your friends, man. Remember that.
Exactly.
It costs nothing just to show up and say keep going. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wiz, what you gotta say, Wiz? All your love and support, man. All your recent subscribers, people who fuck with your YouTube, the podcast. What you gotta say, all your supporters out there, man?
Yo, I can't believe where I am right now, man. Like sometimes I sit back and I look at the numbers and I look at the people that be in the chat, bro, and the people that message me, man. And I'm truly humbled, bro, by all the love and support that I'm showing, man, or that I'm showed from y'all, man. Like, and I really wouldn't be here without homies like Emilio, homies like T Keys, homies like Big Ray, my Larry Lindworm, the sponsor, man. Like he pushed me to keep doing this podcast thing, and he always, ready to give me whatever I need and anything I need, man. So I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I mean, really, it's all about y'all. MJ, you've been there since day one, bro. You watched it all happen in real time. You know what I'm saying? So. It wouldn't be there without you being in my corner and all my people in my corner. So I am who I hang out with. I am who y'all see me with. So that's what it is, man.
Respect. Austin.
Always.
Austin high as fuck. Look at him. He's like,
oh, you said my name. I thought you said awesome.
I mean, this is awesome, but
this is awesome.
No, I'm confident.
I just think it's like amazing to have like a platform just to reach out to all these amazing people and meet so many amazing people, and like having people like reach out as fans or like even just showing support and love. It's overwhelming. It's an amazing feeling. And I always like to pay back. Like always, I try to help everyone, even though they never purchased from me or I never met them. I always try. Yeah. I get hundreds of messages, probably like at least 50 messages a day for people to ID. So I don't always get back in time. I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like I have like a duty because I get so much like support and so much love. I always try to give back, and I just appreciate everyone. I even appreciate being on the show, man. Like 400th episode's pretty big, so having me on here, appreciate that.
No, man, I appreciate you, Austin. Honestly, Austin, like I said, man, when it comes to Canada, I think of you right off the bat, bro, because you got your shit going on, but mainly because how many people you help and you're there for. You're there for a lot of fucking people, bro. And it's not always easy. Like one thing I try to get better at is give everyone the time of day, but I get in my head sometimes it's not always easy, and I feel like you're good at it though, man. So and I feel like that's gonna pay off, and it's not already paying off. It's going to in tremendous ways down the road. So keep doing your thing, Austin. And last but not least, my bro, my right-hand man, co-host of the show, Villarino Reptiles. What do you have to say to the just shy of 120 people who tapped in tonight, and all your love and support, the entire B Unit family and the Trap family, man? What you got to say?
Well, what I'd say is I'm very appreciative of all of you. I'm very appreciative of you, my brother, to be on this 400th episode. Amazing. Can't wait to see you at 1,000.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to thank the V Unit fam, the Trappers, the Suspect fam, T Keys, Big Wiz, all of you on the panel. You're all excellent. Let's keep building this amazing hobby of ours.
Yep.
We are truly blessed to do what we love. Let's keep bringing people in, bro. Let's keep building it. Yeah. Whether that be ball pythons or even other species, because I gotta tell you guys, like something I'm taking from MJ, man. I want to open up into other species as well.
Same.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I mean, if you wanted to talk about something that makes you appreciate what
that'd be crazy.
You know, and that's, because we all love the ball pythons, right? But how are you going to really appreciate it unless you fucking really put something into something else? And then you realize how easy ball pythons are, and you love them forever. You're like, but I will say, like I said, man, I handpicked all you guys to be here tonight. It was no question. It was easy for me to pick this because how much of an influence you guys are just by simply coming onto a platform like this and spitting game and just being yourselves. All you guys have is your experience to speak for, and that's what motivates that next person coming into this. And at the end of the day, guys, I feel like the biggest thing we should all do, right? Because no matter how good or bad of a person you are, people are still going to come into this game, right? So be somebody, like be the reason why somebody wants to stay in this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Barcheck, right? Shout out to Barcheck. But how many people have? I'm one of them, and I'm not the only one. But how many people have to give the love we have for the animals because of Barcheck? You know,
100%.
just one huge example of that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't want to be a Barcheck. I want to be an MJ, right? And I think everyone should be the best versions of themselves. But I feel like the best versions of ourselves is by attracting the best and keeping the best and growing with the best. And that's what all you guys are, man. You guys made this 400 special episodes very, very special. So everyone out there, please, first and foremost, go follow each and every single one of these fucking player-ass individuals. But give it up for the 2023 new breeder on the block all-star lineup. Hey, you guys enjoy your night. Thank you so much. See you at the top.
Thanks, man.
You guys are great, man. Peace out. Oh, man. What an episode, guys. 400 in the book. Appreciate you guys all. The live chats are cracking. I love you guys. Honestly, all the love and support for not only me, like I said, this is about the guests. Everyone comes through on this podcast because who I bring on. And that's just the fact, all right? Shout out to the 100+ people who tapped in for all my all-stars tonight. And thank you again to all the participants, the all-stars, the new breeder on the block all-stars that I had on. All very just fucking good people, man. Really good people to follow, really good people to just kind of keep your eyes on when it comes to longevity and just passion within the ball python game. So thank you again. Appreciate everyone in the live chats. If this was your first time hanging out with us, if you thought tonight's episode was super legendary, then hit the like button, man. Let's get the likes up. There was just shy of 120 people, so there should be over 100 likes. 100% for this episode. It was that sick, I feel like, personally. All right. Also, if you're looking for exclusive content, if you want to support me and the trappers, or if you just want to kind of tap in more than what you see on a podcast, then go down to the very first link for that exclusive content. All right. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord. Tap in with over 170 trappers. Every Sunday, we get together with the V Unit family, Zoom parties, cracking face-to-face interactions. We're all here for each other. All right. Guys, thank you so much. Remember, believe in yourself. Don't give up. And remember, passion comes first. The rest comes after. Love you guys. See you at the top.